Hello YouTube, welcome to my first build update on my daughter Oshabi Ele Hit Wander build. So let's get straight into the map showcase. I've got some maps prepared. Yeah, let's do City Square, so it's a bit quicker. It's a small map. Tier 8, moments live, as you can see. Nothing really dangerous. Yeah, and the build so far, to be honest, I'm quite pleasantly surprised how it's going. It's quite good. Yeah, it's a first map of my day, so it's loading a bit too long. Oh. Okay. FPS again. Yeah, in this league I've got a bit of a problem with shaders. Probably because of the shader loading, right? Of the cache. Yeah, but as I said, I'm quite pleasantly surprised with how the build is going so far. It's not half bad. I've already done what was it? Pojoy Sanctum tier 14 map and already done T14, like not normal tier 15 map with the corrupted and rare, right? And it went good, except for one expedition monster that was freaking tanky. It was more tanky than, I don't know, Maven or something. Yeah, but I've done my 4th Ascendancy. As you can see, I've got a lot of shrines, and I'm scaling a lot of increased shrine effect and duration, and not just for my Gull helmet, that is quite obvious, but on the idols too, but I'll get into that a bit later. First I want to do this map showcase. I'm gonna just quickly run through. Yeah, and that's what I was hoping to get. This is what happens when you get Echoing Shrine. You're freaking cosplaying F1 car in Path of Exile. Look at it. This is how fast it gets. I'm running around 400 movement speed, if you count in the action speed and movement speed at the same time. At the moment, and I'm not investing that heavily into shrine effect and duration. I don't want to do the boss now, so you can see the damage without an echoing shrine. Alright. I'm gonna switch to my barrage. And where's the boss? Alright, first kill the small ones. Yeah, and as you can see, the damage is pretty respectable. Yeah, and there you have it. Peak of Path of Exile 1. Rares are tankier than uniques. Yeah, but on the other hand, this one is Soul Eater and he's been eating good, right? Yeah, but this is how it looks. This is how it looks. The build is quite good. As I said, I'm quite pleasantly surprised with how it's going. So, let's get into the gear quickly. Most of it is the same, but two things are different. I bought a Gull for 130 Chaos, and I'm starting to find out that Gull is probably not even necessary. And I'm gonna get to the reason why a bit later in the video. So, yeah, I bought a Gull, rocking that for now, probably gonna sell it today. And I bought a 6-link for 40 Chaos. Just bare bones evasion, 6-link, don't care what's on it, just needed it to be evasion and 6-link. Yeah, then the rest of the gear is same, Piscators, both shit rings, not even worth, and Chaos, amulet that I found, shield that I found, boots that I bought for, I don't know, I can't even remember, what was it, 3 Chaos, I think I said it in the last video, Prism Weave, and Shadows of Dust. With flasks, Rodgut, and yeah, Stibnite, Jade, Diamond, and Life Flask. And yeah, I've got a chill immunity here for now, but I should get a bleed immunity as soon as I can. But I'm currently figuring out the build, basically the direction that I want to go with the build. So yeah, got that for me for now. And the links didn't change, just added 2. So it's Ele Hit over the Spectrum, Sacred Wisps, Trinity. That's the one I added, and Trinity is really one of the best supports for this build. Penetration and damage at the same time, just great. Early damage with attacks, chain, swapping for barrage, and inspiration. And you could also use something different. If you cannot get a red socket, then you could use maybe hypothermia, or perhaps with the blue socket you could use crit damage support, or whatever it's called, increased critical strikes. But increased critical strikes is not up all the time, right? Because you're not critting all the time. At least I'm not at 100% crit chance. So that's one reason I'm not using it. And the other reason is this gives me basically permanent uptime on this 25% more early damage with the crit chance, and also giving me reduced mana costs. And the Ele Hit can get to some pretty high mana costs without it, so it's helping me keep my mana cost down. And I just like it more at the moment, even though the POB shows that crit damage would be more damage. Yeah, but you've also got these like crit immunities modifiers on rares, so inspiration's probably better overall in my opinion. That's why I'm using it. Yeah, and the changes to the skill tree. As I said, I've done my 4th and 3rd ascendancy. I think I've got only 2 in the first video. So, took Woodland Shrines for the create level 20 Lesser Shrine. And then took Innate Blessing for gain random shrine buff every 10 seconds. And yeah, it is just pure fun. It's good for mapping, and it's just pure fun. But one thing I have to say about Innate Blessing, I thought it's gonna be like, yeah, the obvious thing. You get shrine buff every 10 seconds, right? But the thing that it doesn't show here, normally the shrines have around 30 to 40 seconds duration. I'm not sure, but something like that I assume. But this buff has like 9 to 10 seconds duration. Shrine from this ascendancy point, basically. So even with the Gull, for the shrine you get from this ascendancy thing, the shrine lasts like 14 to 15 seconds. So it's not that great for bosses, and I thought it's gonna work for bosses, but I understand that it's not working, that it has lower duration, because then it would just be broken. As I said in the League Status video, that you would just sit in the arena, wait for the correct shrine, and then just obliterate the boss in seconds, right? So I understand why it doesn't work like that, but it was a bit unfortunate. Yeah, but that's really one of the reasons why I think I'll be dropping Gull, because I don't need the duration for mapping, and for bosses it's not gonna find much use anyways, because the shrines you wanna get for damage, echoing, and acceleration are rare. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be dropping Gull and going for just the standard Crown of Ice, so maybe even something else, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, and also the Gull has the create level 1 Lesser Shrine, and this basically has no effect because you've already got a level 20 Lesser Shrine, so just, for me, there's not really a point why would you use Gull at the moment. So I'm probably gonna be dropping that. Yeah, and I forgot to show you, I'm currently level 89, almost 90. And this is the skill tree. So basically the same, just added a few things. And I'm gonna link the skill tree in the description again. And at least the POB link into the description. And yeah, the really important things are point blank, and additional projectile here, and additional projectile here. So you get 3 projectiles. I'm gonna hit him with the Souled Sorcery /D&D. Sorry about that. Alright, and so that's the skill tree. Sorry. That's the items. And now for the reason why I'll be dropping Gull. And it's these idols. And the first thing I want to say, do not underestimate the power of idols. They're crazy good. Because normally, when you complete your Atlas, at least these bonus objectives and maps, you're getting Atlas skill points, right? And, well, you need to progress through the Atlas first to get the Atlas skill points, to then farm with some strategy that you spend your Atlas skill points on, right? But with the idol mechanic, you have full access to any idol in the game once you reach just maps, basically, once you have your map device. So you can just start, if you have, let's say, for some reason, let's say if you have 100 chaos once you reach maps. So you can just go to your map device, go on trade, buy whatever idols you want to play with, and just start farming from T1 maps. You've got full access to the idols, and you're just gonna unlock more by guardians and objectives, right? So it's quite powerful in that sense, because you get a full access just immediately, and you can start farming, and that's why I think everyone should have more currency sooner this league. And I just went out of my way and bought, like, I don't know, I spent, what, 100 to maybe 80 to 120, let's say, chaos to buy my idols. And I didn't buy all of them, but some I did. And I'm stacking, the reason why I'm dropping Gull, I'm stacking something like these. Basically, increased effect of shrine buffs on players, and where do I have it? Increased shrine effect duration. Again, increased effect of shrine buffs. Explode a chance to contain an additional shrine. Wait, where do I have it? Ultimatum, contain an additional shrine. Where are they? Yeah, something like these. Duration. So you can get all the duration in the world, and if you would like to, you can get each and every single one with just shrine duration or something to make your day basically easier. So when you take normal shrine, the duration already for me, and you can see the stats, I'm currently running, what, like 200 something duration. And there's not a search bar, and it's a bit unfortunate, you have to find it manually. Yeah, 99% increased effect of shrine buffs, and 216 duration of shrine buffs on players. So, my normal shrines already last like over 2 minutes, I think, with the Gull. And if I would just drop the Gull and get one good rolled, like, minor idol, I wouldn't have a lesser duration on my shrines, right? And these effects from the idols also apply to the shrines you get from your ascendancy. So these 216 duration and 99% effect applies to my innate blessing ascendancy shrine. And that's why I think I don't need Gull, because the idols are not gonna work on bosses anyways, and the Gull's not gonna increase this duration that much. So I think I'm gonna be dropping Gull just for basically, for example, Crown of Ice, and I would get spell damage, attack damage, basically increased attack damage would scale with my spell damage, so I could try and get spell damage on a shield, spell damage on a wand, and yeah, get a lot of increased damage that way, because I'm not having a lot of increased damage at the moment. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Don't underestimate idols. They are great and super powerful. And also, just to cover the currency making strategy that I'm doing right now, well, in the start, I just found idols with June, so I immediately got into the mapping and did a lot of betrayal. And I didn't hyper focus or like farm it specifically. I just wanted to get the crafting recipes, and I've got unlocked most of them right now. And I'm selling some veiled items. And I played until I did Betrayal until I killed Katarina. And she dropped a Veiled Chaos Orb for me. So yeah, I got my first Veiled Chaos Orb this league. And yeah, so I did June. And from the get-go, I did also get idols with Ritual. So I was doing Ritual, and I'm still doing Ritual because I, for some reason, love it. I don't know why. I usually do kind of strongly dislike playing Ritual in PoE 1, but for some reason, it's probably because I'm still coming from the PoE 2 mindset. So it doesn't feel that bad to just stay in the Ritual and look at the items. So probably because of that, and I'm enjoying it a lot actually. And it has made me some currency. Already found some good items. Yeah, so Ritual. But now I've changed from June to basically Nico. And I'm running Delph. And that's why my Atlas completion isn't that high. If I would really push the Atlas, I think I could be nearing the end right now. So I'm doing a lot of... I started doing a lot of Delph yesterday. And I also bought these idols for chance to contain Nico. And yeah, if you want to see the affixes that can roll on idols, you can search them on PoEDB, basically. So I'm gonna link it into the description. And yeah, you can search for the, what is it, Kamasan idol and the other one, Noble, and the miners, and the big ones. And also there's another idol, and it's basically a 2x2 idol, the biggest one. And it's called Conqueror Idol. And from the one tier 15 map I dropped actually the Conqueror Idol, and I sold it for 2 divines because it rolled some 2 smuggler's cash things, like something with the revealed blueprints and then chance for smuggler's cash, something like that. And yeah, sold it for 2 divines. I didn't even price check it. I did just put it in for 2 divines, and either it sells or it doesn't sell, right? And it sold like in 15 minutes. I was quite surprised. So yeah, even just going and killing bosses in tier 15 maps or red tier maps should yield you some good amounts of currency. So yeah, don't underestimate these. They are quite powerful. And as I've said, I'm doing a lot of Delph. For some reason, I don't really know why. I've got it every like 4 to 6 leagues. Just this urge that I want to play Delph, and I enjoy it for the league really a lot. So that's probably, now is probably the time where I'm gonna do Delph for some reason. And yeah, I'm gonna try and go do the Delph bosses. And look at that, I've got a tier 16. I'm gonna try and find the Delph bosses and get some good items like All Surprising, because I currently don't know, but I'm planning to actually use a Grace All Surprising to get Purity of Elements to make my suffixes even more free, because as you could have seen, my suffixes are just dog shit because I almost don't need any resists because I've got 60 on thanks to my ascendancy, right? So that's probably what I'm gonna do. That's my currency making strategy for now. Basically, Ritual, Nico for the Sulfite so I can go Delph, and then the Shrines basically for speed to make it faster, and yeah, that's, and yeah, also Expedition. Expeditions can get ridiculous with this modifier, the increased explosive radius, because yeah, I think I've got 100% expedition chance, so I'm gonna go just back into the map and quickly show you what do I mean by that. Tujan, there's an expedition. Explosive radius, look at it. And I'm still having 5 fuses, so as you can see, I'm not using the the big bomb, right? Look at it. This is quite a decent radius, right? So I can just basically click and don't have to think about it, and I can cover the whole expedition with these explosions. And I'm usually left with a few fuses. And I just cover the whole expedition. Don't have to think. It's probably better to take a look if you find something like, yeah, Runic Monster additional currency items or the increased logbooks found. But I don't have anything to say in terms of currency making on expedition right now, because I've just only started. As I said, yesterday I bought all these idols, and these ones are probably the ones I was using before, so mostly with shrine effects. And yeah, probably gonna tell you about the currency making in the next video. Yeah, and for the MTX, if you're wondering, it's the Autumn Night, the free set, with Scourge Weapon, Sunrise Weapon Effect, Runebind Weapon Effect, Arcane Footprints, Arctic Crystal Cloak, with the Ooze Character Effect, because now it nicely blends together, as you might have seen in the last video. This is how it looks without it. Pretty disgusting, right? Completely different color palette, but with the Ooze effect, makes it nice and black. Nice. And yeah, Red Frog and Chicken, basically my meme pets every time. This bolt that we get, flask effect that we got for free, and yeah, also got the Navelli coin purse that I got for free from some chest that they gave for free. Yeah, heads and tails. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying Legacy of Risha. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you very much. And see you next time, Exiles. Bye-bye.